Welcome back to Buffalo Take. This is episode 21. I'm Cam Dixon. I'm here with Travis Odrobina.
What's up, guys?
And the Chiefs won again. 3 Super Bowl rings for Mahomes, the same amount of DUIs as his father. Um,
And as a Bills fan, we went from a Patriots dynasty to a Chiefs dynasty.
yep. Brady to Mahomes.
Why do they both have to be in the AFC?
I don't know. The NFC, they need a dynasty.
Yeah.
So the Chiefs win in overtime 25-22. Was a fairly boring game scoring wise up until the end.
Yeah.
I mean, oh man. It felt so scripted at the end. The 49ers drove down pretty quickly
Yeah.
and they had a great drive and they get stopped inside the 5, kick the field goal, and then within the next 10 minutes the Chiefs win their third Super Bowl.
I would have went for the touchdown there.
I would have too because I
It's the
mean,
Chiefs. You
yeah.
you gotta know.
Yeah,
Just gotta know.
you can't settle for a field goal in that situation, but at the same time, I mean,
I mean, I get it, but
it's the smart choice, but it's the Chiefs. I think
but
they
is it the smart choice?
yeah, because you didn't expect your defense to look that bad on the final drive. Because that was I mean, they had a fourth down
Yeah,
where
the fourth
they got
one.
the
Yeah.
4th and 1, but
I literally said if they get this here, they're gonna win.
yeah,
They're
I
scoring
don't
a
know, man.
touchdown.
It's the Chiefs, dude. And McCole Hardman scores the game-winning touchdown.
Of course he did.
I know. Shout out to the unsung heroes though. Jawan Jennings with a passing
Yep.
touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Chris Conley was awesome on special teams,
Yep.
and
And then
he had a nice catch.
yeah.
McCole Hardman had a good game.
Debo just looked like
He struggled.
absolute shit.
He struggled. He was getting strapped,
Yeah.
and they kept throwing to him, which I thought was
He had a
interesting. But
down year. So
his
he's
cleats were
been
cool though. His cleats were
and
sick actually. Those were
then Kittle was just non-existent.
yeah. And I mean I thought he got hurt. Him and Debo, I thought they
Yeah.
both were going to be done for the game, and they both came back.
Yeah.
But Dre Greenlaw,
Yeah, Greenlaw hurt.
I mean I know you're excited, but he
Bro,
was.
he was on something, bro.
I think the whole linebacker room for the 49ers was off a perk. Because
Yeah.
I mean, Fred Warner's Fred Warner, but he was diving at dudes, and they
hmm
were selling out, which I
Bro.
like. I love to see. I mean, Dre Greenlaw was going nuts in the first quarter, and then unfortunately, as he's running onto the field, he pops his Achilles. And I mean, the sad thing is, it can happen anywhere on the field, and that's where it happened is extremely unfortunate. But
Yeah.
I mean, jeez,
And then CMC was just the whole Niners offense that game.
yeah, yeah, he had what, like 80 rushing yards and 80 receiving yards.
Yeah.
He went off, but you know,
Poor guy. He needs one.
the field goals though, they had what, 350 yarders,
Yeah.
and there was only like 750 yarders in all the Super Bowls combined
Yeah.
all time. That's pretty cool. Jake Moody and Harrison Bucker, dude, he's automatic.
I know.
It's
Just
insane. He actually might be my favorite player on the Chiefs. Him on offense, it's actually I like Pacheco and Rasheed Rice, but I mean Harrison Bucker's just so good you can't hate him.
Pacheco couldn't fucking run for shit either.
No, the
18
both
carries,
rushing
59 yards,
games,
bro.
yeah, both rushing games were kind of quiet in the
Hmm.
grand scheme of things. I mean McCaffrey's
Yeah.
insane, so he didn't have like
Yeah, he didn't have his insane stat line.
his
He
average
only he
stat
only had
line.
80 yards.
Yeah, it's still which is still great. I take that any day of the week, but for the most part, he was quiet
No, yeah, I agree.
in some of the quarters there, and it was the first. I don't know on the Barstool on their live stream of them watching the game. They were when the broadcast said it was the first scoreless first quarter since the Rams Patriots. Big Cat goes, "I took the over," and then Dave goes, "I was in jail." So that was funny. But I mean, in terms of the game, it was a great game. A
hmm
little boring to start, but it picked up. Great defensive
Yeah,
battle. Just Mahomes, man.
Mahomes has three now.
Yeah,
I honestly think it once he's done, he's gonna be better than Brady.
I can see that happening.
I think he will be.
Yeah, and I think I mean I still hate him, but
I mean, yeah, I do
I think
too.
if he wins another one in the next couple of years, it's gonna turn into a whole Brady situation where I respect the guy. I just
Yeah. I like
it sucks that it's happening in the AFC,
I don't
but
know.
you gotta respect it.
I respect Mahomes, but I still hate him so much.
I know it's just
Like
oh man, what are you gonna
like
do,
if he
right?
was an NFC quarterback, I'd be like, okay,
Yeah,
whatever.
right. If he was
As long as
dominating
we
in the
didn't like
NFC,
lose them all this time,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because if he was
But
dominating in the NFC, we'd only see him once a year.
this is the only fucking team that we cannot beat in the
Well,
playoffs.
it's the Yankees Astros.
Hmm.
It's just in the NFL. Oh my god. Well,
Like
outside,
at least when Brady was like in the AFC, we still like stuck like sucked.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
didn't
we
like
weren't gonna
affect us too
compete.
much, but now we're like we have a Super Bowl team, but we
Yeah,
can't pass the Chiefs.
yeah, we weren't gonna compete against Brady most of the time. But
Yeah.
I mean, now we have a team that can actually beat the Chiefs, and we have beaten
Yeah.
the Chiefs. Just we can't beat them in the fucking playoffs, which is
Yeah.
extremely frustrating. But it's the exact same as the Yankees and Astros because we can't beat the Astros in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But outside of the game itself, it was a good Super Bowl. Wasn't the
Yeah.
best, wasn't the worst.
Halftime show is shit until the
Yeah,
end.
it was a slow start, but I mean, he's Usher. He's got a
Yeah.
wide range of songs. He had to get out the sexual ones before before he got the good ones in. But when he brought out Lil Jon, Ludacris,
Yeah.
and them, they that was
Yeah.
it was a good ending. So it ended strong. The national anthem went over,
Hmm.
and that was cool to watch.
What was the color of the Gatorade? I
It
didn't
was
see that.
purple. I saw it this
It was
morning.
purple.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he didn't. I don't think they poured it on him until right before they gave him the trophy.
Uh,
Because he was dry. Andy Reid was dry up until I left where I was
hmm.
at like I don't know what time it was. That game was so long. The
That
Super
was
Bowl.
a
The
long
Super
day.
Bowl is pretty much an all day affair.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts at 6:30, but all the festivities start an hour and a half before,
Yeah.
and then it goes to like 11:30.
Hmm.
But what are you gonna do, right? Chiefs are the
Chiefs get
Chiefs.
another one.
Yeah. But looking ahead to Super Bowl 59, we can hope.
Not
Right.
getting my hopes up.
Yeah, I know. I
Not
I
happening.
we need a lot to happen this offseason for me to think that we're gonna have a chance.
Yeah.
The
Our
odds.
schedule is
Yeah,
fucking insane.
yeah. I don't think it's as difficult as this year's,
Really?
but it's still gonna be tough.
I don't know,
I don't know.
man.
We made this one look difficult
That's
earlier in the season. Broncos, Bengals, the
the
Giants,
NFC
even.
West is gonna be tough.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, I mean, if the Seahawks, I like Geno, but if the Seahawks get like a better quarterback who can be their guy for the foreseeable future,
Hmm.
they could be nice. And I think McDonald and they just hired their OC Ryan Grubb from
Yep.
he was gonna go to Alabama, but gets an NFL job.
Yeah.
They're gonna be a good team. They're young,
It'll be good,
and
yeah.
and then the
Then you
Niners,
got the
they're
Rams,
gonna be good again.
Niners.
Seeing that the graphic with their five weapons, Debo, Kittle, McCaffrey, Ayuk,
Mhm.
it's just crazy to see that like on the screen, like put next to each other. It's like these guys are loaded. They should have won, but it's just like the Bills should have won. Oh. The uh, the Super Bowl 59 odds dropped. The Niners are the favorite. Chiefs are second at plus 750, and the Ravens are plus 900. And
How
the
the
Bills
fuck?
are fourth.
Cool.
Lions, Bengals.
Not getting my hopes up.
No, I'm not at all. Dolphins, Eagles. Let's see who's the lowest. Plus 25,000, the Panthers. That's a value play right there. Imagine if you just put like $1 on it in the beginning of the season just cause, and they ended up winning.
Uh, my roommate's friend or cousin or something put $5 on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl in like December, and it was like a payout of like 500 or something.
Jeez, yeah, because they were barely
Yeah,
gonna make the playoffs at one point,
yeah,
or they were in jeopardy of not missing the playoffs.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, besides that, there was nothing else going on in the NFL. So,
Oh.
oh boy, just
Oh, by the way,
another.
Richie James might be like the worst returner ever.
He got well. Chris Conley was going off,
Yeah,
but Richie
yeah,
James kept
but
getting lit
still,
up.
yeah.
The one play that kind of turned well, the one play that turned the game around was the return or the punt where it hit off the one dude's foot and it was
Yeah,
a turnover
yep,
and the Chiefs got the ball
yeah,
and scored on the next
yeah.
play.
I texted you. I go, of course that the Chiefs would get that break.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course they
I'm
will.
like, oh, here's the turn, it's over now. Yeah, it's a tough. I thought Ray like let it up and then he went for it, but I
No, I
didn't.
know.
Then
He should
they
have just dove on it. I don't know why he like tried picking it up like that.
yeah.
If it, I mean, you
Maybe
never know.
maybe that was in the script. It said don't dive on.
Yeah, probably.
Um, yeah, yeah. Taylor Swift chugged a beer though, so she's not as far down on the list on the hate list anymore. She's I can't stand Travis Kelsey though.
I can't either, dude.
He he bumps. I mean, basically shoves Andy Reid.
Hmm.
Have some respect for your coach. He's one of the greatest coaches of all time.
I agree.
Just because he didn't put you in, stop bitching.
And then fucking AJ Brown goes,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I touch a coach like that, I'd be out of the league.
I'd be out of it. Yeah, jeez.
And then
Just because
Tyreek
it's
said,
just because it's
"There's fun to do it."
yeah, just because it's the NFL Golden Boy.
Yep.
College football though, couple things. We got Chip Kelly was hired as the Ohio State OC right after we finished recording on Friday.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that one?
I don't know. I don't know.
Bill
I
O'Brien and Chip Kelly feel like the same hire.
yeah. I don't think it'll change anything.
No. And it's the same thing. I didn't even realize Matt Nagy was the Chiefs. I forgot he was the Chiefs offensive coordinator until last night when I saw him on the sideline. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it doesn't really, it probably won't make it. And Chip Kelly's, I mean, he's been coaching for long enough. It's not like he's a terrible OC.
Yeah, no.
He'll know what he's doing. It just feels like it hasn't worked
You
out for teams
you
before.
got all the talent.
Yeah, yeah, just make it
Figure
work.
it out.
Yeah, yeah,
Not rocket science.
yeah, right. Um, Plaxico Burress' son committed to Notre Dame, so he's gonna be a wide receiver. I think he's a 4-star. Elijah Burris. Hopefully he's as good as his dad. Colorado hires Robert Livingston as their DC. He was. I have no idea where he was actually. I remember reading where he was, but then I forgot. So
Huh.
I know it's a solid hire. Oh, he's a safety. He was a safety coach somewhere.
Uh,
I can't. He was in the NFL. I can't remember where. And then UCLA just hired Deshaun Foster as their head coach, who spent a week as the Raiders running back coach.
Hmm.
So they get their guy a head coach. It's a solid hire.
I think it was the Bengals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he was the Bengals, I think,
Yep.
safety coach.
I
Yeah.
looked up Robert Livingston and it came up as former Chancellor of New York.
Huh. Fun fact.
No, that's like born in 1746.
Oh, jeez. Like 300 years ago. Holy shit. I thought it would have been like 1990 something.
Yeah, no, it was like a painting. The picture showed it like a painting of him.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, now football's over.
Yeah, it is.
It's day one without football.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a weird. I mean,
No,
we'll be in
all the
March.
all the eyes turn to college basketball,
Yeah, we'll be in March in a
NHL a
couple
little bit.
weeks, and then we'll be around draft time, and then before you know it, we'll be back.
Yep.
So at least we're not gonna be doing long episodes talking about the week and getting
Yeah.
mad because the Bills gave us a heart attack again.
Yeah, but instead we'll be getting mad at the Yankees.
Yeah. Yeah, they're oh god, don't even get me started. If they don't they have to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I
Honestly,
think they'll make the playoffs.
yeah, if they make the playoffs and win the first series at least, I think I'll be fine. But if we play the Astros and lose to them again, I'm gonna shoot myself.
I can't believe we didn't make the playoffs last year.
Oh my god, dude, that team sucked.
Dude, that last season was like
Aaron
a bull.
Judge was
I don't even
playing.
remember watching that many games
I know.
last year.
I gave up.
Yeah.
Aaron Judge was playing on a different level, and then he got hurt.
Yep.
Like he still led most stat categories
Hmm.
after he hadn't played for like 50 games.
Yeah, I think last year was like probably the least Yankees fan I was like my whole life.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, they were just so bad. I couldn't
Yeah.
bring myself. It's kind of like the Sabers.
The
Like
favors,
they
yeah.
play at a level of which I get so frustrated with that
Hmm.
I just cannot watch. But moving into the college basketball, this, I mean, we've said it week after week. This is easily the craziest season that I remember.
100%. Yeah.
I mean, upset after upset, and it didn't stop this week. I mean, there was more upsets this week,
Yeah.
and there was a lot of them.
Like it's not even like wow. It's
Yeah,
just
at this point, it's just like run of the mill. We're like, all right, that's another one.
yeah, it's kind of like the Sharks beat the Kings or
Yeah,
something. Same thing.
yeah, it's just it's too many upsets, man. But it's all okay because Zach Edey hit his first three. The
Uh,
man, the man, the myth, the legend. Some believe he's not real. He hits his first collegiate, which is crazy. I mean, he's the best player on one of the best teams in the country. They blow teams out consistently, like early in the season. You
Mhm.
think he'd like attempt it?
Yeah, and I like
And wasn't his first like attempt earlier this year too?
I don't
I
know.
can't remember for sure, but I feel like I saw something like that. But anyways, Joey Lenardi's bracket was just updated. Well, not just updated. This was
Yeah,
Friday, right? Yeah, 9,
probably.
10. Yeah, this would have been Friday. So on Friday, well, actually, this is kind of outdated now because we had another weekend, but there's a lot of interesting things that are going to happen because the ACC might not have four bids. The Big 12 is going to have a lot of bids.
Yeah.
The Pac 12 might actually have more bids than I think. SEC will have a lot of bids. Big East will have a couple. I think Mountain West might actually be one of the top three conferences.
So wait, so he's saying that Purdue is the top overall seed?
I guess. I mean, UConn.
I would definitely give it to UConn, I feel
I,
like.
Purdue plays a tougher schedule though. It's A1 A2. They both of them take care of
Yeah.
business.
Yeah.
They're both playing good basketball, and I mean, yeah, I think UConn's better at the moment, but it all comes down to if they play each other.
Yeah, true.
And I mean, I would say I think Purdue plays in a
I
tougher
don't know,
tougher conference.
dude.
Traditionally, Purdue would play in a tougher conference,
Yeah, I don't know.
but this year the Big Ten kind of
Big East
sucks.
is yeah, and the Big East is
The Big
solid.
East, yeah, Big East is competitive as always.
Hmm.
But I think Purdue gets in. Wisconsin, dude, I don't know about Wisconsin now because if
They'll still get in,
they
but
should, yeah, but if they don't win, I mean, they probably,
they'll get in. As long as they completely
yeah,
turn upside down now after
yeah.
these two losses in a row.
They can't let this become a habit because if they
No.
lose, all they really have to do is win all. I mean, they can afford one more, I guess, or two maybe.
Yeah.
But if they lose in the first round of the Big Ten tournament, they might be done.
Yeah.
And I mean, the bottom half of the Big Ten is not great. Michigan,
Oh,
Rutgers,
yeah.
Maryland, Ohio State. I mean, really, the turn is at Penn State, kind of, but
Yeah.
Indiana's kind of sucks too this year. I don't know. One of the lower conferences that I think is actually going to be a two bid conference is the Mountain Valley or the yeah or the Missouri Valley. That's what it is. The MVC. They
Mm-hmm.
got Indiana State and Drake. I think are both have five or less losses.
Damn.
Yeah, and I want to say Indiana State beat Drake that one time. But I mean, if they play each other in the conference title game, I think they both get in. This weekend games or weekend rather was another filled week. Just, I mean,
Yeah.
it's
Friday we started out with VCU beating Dayton
that game was it was a good defensive game, but
49-47.
I'm
That's
still
crazy.
so confused how we beat VCU twice.
Yeah, what?
We're one of two teams to beat VCU in the A10, and we beat them twice. I don't understand it.
That's crazy.
VCU's not a bad team. I don't know what happened to where we beat them in VCU, and then I mean we came back at home and the Riley Center was rocking, so that kind of makes sense. But
Mm.
I mean, jeez, it doesn't make any sense. And then Dayton only scores 47 points, and then another upset. There was only three games. You'd think, how could there be that many upsets? And the only two ranked teams that played that night got upset.
Yep.
Nevada beats San Diego State 70-66 in overtime. Both those teams will get in.
Yeah.
Nevada is making a push, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Colorado State took care of business. So
Yep.
it made for a good Friday with only three games.
Yeah.
And then on Saturday, there was a ton of games.
Yeah.
UConn, Purdue take care of business. UNC escapes Miami.
Kansas.
Kansas beats
Skips Baylor.
Baylor. Houston escapes Cincinnati.
Yeah.
A&M killed Tennessee.
Yeah.
They dominated them from start to finish.
Didn't we say this? Like some not dominate, but like
I think you said A&M could win that game, and I said nah. Or no, I did say I said the lights are going to be too bright for A&M,
Oh yeah, you
and
did.
they the lights weren't too bright at all. They lit them up. Marquette takes care of business against St. John's. Tyler Kolek is in the running for the coldest white boy of the year. Arizona was plus 100 going into the game against Colorado, and they beat him by 20.
Yeah.
So that was I didn't end up taking anything because I overthought it,
Hmm.
and I was like, I should take Arizona in this, but I think Colorado actually has a good shot. 'Cause they were favored, but
Yeah.
Duke beats Boston College. Michigan State upsets Illinois. Big win for Michigan State to keep their tournament hopes alive.
Yeah.
Izzo turns it on in March, man.
Yeah.
He's once the season comes to an end, he's hot. Wisconsin loses their fourth in a row. They're falling apart. And then Florida killed Auburn.
I said this.
Yeah, another one where they beat them start to finish.
Yep.
They just blew them out.
Hmm.
Iowa State took care of business against TCU. South Carolina wins again. They're looking
South Carolina
great.
just keeps on winning, dude.
They only have three losses, man.
Yeah, they
They're
keep on
looking
winning.
real
They're gonna
good.
move up. They're gonna move up today.
And I think all three of their losses are in
I
the
wouldn't be
SEC.
surprised if I see them in the top 10.
I like that take. I think they could push into the top because Auburn, they'll be over Auburn, Wisconsin,
Yeah,
Illinois,
they
maybe
could.
Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee falls that far
Really?
because A&M will be
I
in. A&M should be in now, but I don't
yeah.
think Tennessee falls after just one bad loss. They'll
Didn't they
fall,
just
but not that
they
far.
just didn't they just lose? Oh no, they did fall.
Yeah,
They fell from 4 to 6. That's right. Yeah,
yeah,
or 5, 6.
yeah. Their win against Kentucky will help them stay up
Yeah.
in the top, and then Alabama.
I don't know. Didn't South Carolina just beat Tennessee?
No, did they? Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
That was
I don't know, dude.
no,
That was like,
Tennessee won't fall that far, but South Carolina actually might be in the top 10 now.
yeah. Oh, we'll see.
Gonzaga gets a good win, gets their quad one win that they much needed.
Yeah,
They looked solid in that game.
and
Kentucky
Kentucky
kinda,
is just I don't know what's happening with them.
Kentucky's right in the middle.
Yep.
They're either really good or really bad, or
Yep.
not. Well, No, they're either mid or mid. That's what it
Yeah.
just depends on the type of night. Creighton beats Xavier. BYU beats Kansas State.
Hmm.
Utah State takes care of business. Texas Tech takes care of business, which I didn't think they would actually.
And then
And
UNLV
then
upsets New Mexico.
out of nowhere, New Mexico was hot too. They were looking really good. I actually thought New Mexico was going to be the best team from, I mean, since Friday, the last time we
Yeah.
talked. But then UNLV beats them by 3 in the pit. Big win for UNLV. Big loss
Hmm.
for New Mexico. Joe Girard leads Clemson in a win over Syracuse in his first time back at the Dome. Oh my god. I didn't think they'd win that game, but I mean, geez, I like. Uh,
Yeah.
it's just so annoying. And a lot of mid-major. I didn't even see this game. Appalachian State and Toledo go to double overtime, 109 to 104. App State gets the win.
Damn.
What a game! I figured that game would be good, but I didn't think it would be that good. Canisius got a win over Iona at home.
Ooh.
Good for them. Bonnie's in one of the most frustrating games that I think I've ever watched. They lose to Duquesne at home by 6. We were down the entire game. We looked like shit. Bad shots, turnovers, missed free throws, you name it. And Duquesne didn't beat us. We beat ourselves by the end of it because Duquesne wasn't playing great basketball either. It was a good defensive game, and Duquesne's best player, Day Day Grant, didn't play great. I think he only had like 6 points at the end of it, maybe.
Yeah.
And it was just, I mean, frustrating mistake after frustrating mistake. And then we just couldn't get over the hump at the end. Like it felt like when we were down 15, it took way too long to get down to like 10, and then it took even longer to get down to 5, and then by the time we were there was already 30 seconds left and we had to hit a shot. And Daryl Banks hit a big 3 at the end, and then just couldn't get the ball back, and
Yeah.
Duquesne hit their free throws at the end. Yeah, so a tough loss, and now it looks like we're going to have to win the A10 if we want to make the tournament, which, I mean, it's not the hardest thing. It's not going to
Yeah,
be
no.
the most difficult thing out of all the teams and all the conferences, but we played tough against Dayton.
Yeah.
If we get the luck of the draw and we get hot, I can see us getting to where we want
Hmm.
to be, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Where is the A10 tournament?
It's
Is that New York
it's
City?
in Brooklyn. Yeah, it's at the Barclays.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna try and go if things work out, but
Yeah.
I don't know because we might actually get bounced in the first round depending on who we play. It's gonna be all up to. I just hope we don't play anybody good in the first round.
Oh,
Another good Ivy League game. Yale beats Cornell, 80-78. The top of the Ivy League's solid. Yale, Cornell, and Princeton. Oh, UB got a win.
oh,
They beat
it's
Georgia
Georgia
Southern in
Southern.
overtime. Jeez. Of course, they won by 1 point.
Who even is on their team? Like, I don't even know
I
these.
couldn't tell you.
Oh, they have Zion Williamson on the bench.
His name is actually Zion Williamson.
I don't know. It says Z Williamson.
Oh,
It's Zakir
oh man!
Williamson.
Imagine if his name was actually Zion Williamson. Oh man,
John Nevius Smith.
never heard of
Oh,
him.
who's this guy? This guy looks like the best player. Isaiah Adams.
He scored 24. He was the leading scorer. There's one guy that keeps showing up on my phone.
Cy Chapman.
That's his name, Cy Chapman. Apparently, he's their best player. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. He had 23 too. So.
Far fall from C.J. Massenberg. Oh man, but
Nick
they
Perkins.
suck this year. Nick Perkins is good. Dude.
Devontae Jordan.
Yeah, those teams were fun.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, it was a solid Saturday for college basketball.
Yeah. Didn't
A lot of
wasn't there was another there was a Pac-12 game.
mid-major games. Stanford killed USC.
Not that one.
They beat them by 31.
Unless that was Sunday I was looking at. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, Washington State beat Oregon. That's what it was.
Yeah, yeah. Washington State looks good.
Mm,
They should make the tournament because they're second in the Pac-12 right now.
yeah.
Sunday, Florida Atlantic. How did wait? The game went to overtime, but FAU ended up winning by 13. You don't
Yeah,
see that
apparently they
too
outscored
often.
them 21-8 in overtime.
Jeez. Yeah, you don't see that one too often. Nova killed Seton Hall. Big win for them. And Northwestern beats Penn State. UAB wins, and Memphis gets a win. There you go. Memphis. They got to turn it around if they want to make the tournament. Moving on to this week. Tonight you got Kansas and Texas Tech at 9. It's in Texas Tech, which is kind of nice because if it was at
Yeah,
Kansas, I feel like Kansas would just roll them.
yeah.
West Virginia,
Fuck.
TCU, and then
They play Wake Forest.
Duke and Wake Forest.
Boy,
At home, though, it should
it's
be,
at Cameron. I know it's
yeah.
at Cameron.
Tuesday, another good slate. Marquette and Butler starts off the night. North Carolina, Syracuse. That's
Fuck.
going to be fun. Uh, Hopefully we catch them on their off night. That'd be
Yeah, I
great.
hope so. That'd be
That would be
awesome for
awesome.
us. That would be awesome for us too.
Yeah. Michigan and Illinois. Actually, that's not a good game. Iowa State and Cincinnati is a solid game. Ooh, Duquesne goes to Dayton after beating Bonnies. St. John's and Providence, that's a good game.
Yep.
A&M and Vanderbilt. LSU, Florida. Creighton and Georgetown. Actually, Georgetown sucks.
Ohio State, Wisconsin.
So, Ohio State, take advantage of the Wisconsin
Yeah.
downfall. Oklahoma and Baylor, that's a good game. Ole Miss and Kentucky.
That's a good one.
Kentucky's on upset watch on Tuesday. Ole Miss has 5 losses,
Yeah.
but I think Ole Miss
SEC is what?
I think Ole Miss and South Carolina are the same in that all their losses are in the SEC.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't help, but they're still good.
Yeah.
Central Florida and BYU, Colorado State and San Diego State will be a good game.
Yeah.
Oh, New Mexico and Nevada in Nevada. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Whoever wins that game is.
That's for the first, right?
I think
Or
so. It might
yeah,
be.
it's gotta be.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
Or no, Utah State's in first.
Oh, are they?
I think they're still in first. Yeah. Nevada, if they win, they'll. Well, actually, they should be ranked
Mm-hmm.
if we make it there. But that'll
Yeah.
be a ranked game if Nevada gets in. Wednesday, solid. Not really. It's a bunch of mid-major games. Utah State and Wyoming. UConn. Oh my God, UConn goes to DePaul.
This is a good one. Miami, Clemson.
That should be a good game. Yeah. South Carolina and Auburn. Can South Carolina go into
Oh
Auburn and
boy,
get a win? That's a big one
bro!
for the
If they
SEC.
win that,
If they win that, they're top 8. They're top 5. Maybe.
yeah, probably.
If they, depending on how far they get up when the rankings get released, they could be.
If they do win that, they should be top 5.
Yeah.
You have 3 losses.
Yeah. And then Tennessee and Arkansas. Arkansas at home, you never know. And Bonnie's plays Fordham. So, got to get a win there. Thursday, another mid-major slate. Purdue and Minnesota. USC and Utah at night. Stanford goes to Washington.
Temple FAU.
FAU plays at home, so they should win that one.
Yeah.
And then Friday, we'll move ahead and we'll have a couple. Well, not a lot of games again, but New Mexico and San Diego State at night. So we'll be looking forward to that one on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's another. It's gonna be an interesting week because this is What would you say is game of the week? Because I think that I like South Carolina,
Yeah.
Auburn the best.
Yeah. That's got to be the game of the week.
Yeah.
I didn't see another
I
game
like that.
top that.
I like that as the game of the week. That's got a lot at stake in that one.
That's a tough pick, though.
Going into Auburn,
I know.
I don't know, dude.
Hey, South Carolina's due for a loss.
They are. You know what? I'll go South Carolina. I want to root for South Carolina.
Yeah, so do I.
I'm gonna do it. I'll go with South Carolina.
Me too.
We're gonna root for South Carolina against Auburn on Wednesday.
Definitely gonna bet on
Big game. That's gonna be a fun game. I think that'll
it.
be. I mean, hopefully it's like a close. Maybe it goes to overtime. You never know. But yeah, that's your game of the week right there, and we're both riding with South Carolina.
Yep.
Into the NHL now. The Sabres, they lost 3-1 to Seattle, St. Louis over the weekend, and I mean, St. Louis is hot, so I was fine with that. But
I don't care.
yeah, I'm not paying too close attention to them. I do know they play the Kings and the Panthers this week, so hopefully they get one of the two at least. And then a fun Senators and Leafs brawl at the end of the
Yeah.
game. So I don't who took the slap shot. Was his name like Grieg or something?
I don't remember, but
I don't think I've ever heard of the guy, but he took a slap shot on an empty net, and Morgan Riley didn't take liking to that. Went
Ross
right
checked him
after.
right in the head.
Yeah, and he's got a hearing coming up now, so that's good for him. But yeah, that was fireworks in
Yeah.
a word. So I mean,
Clearly
as
his
a fan, it was
emotions
pretty cool to
are in
see.
there. Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't really see a problem with taking a slap shot. Like who cares?
yeah, it is kind of a little disrespectful.
It's a
Like
it's an unwritten rule,
yeah,
but
it's like a crease crank in lacrosse.
yeah. But like whatever.
Yeah. And then Ovechkin passed Gretzky in empty net goals.
Yeah.
Someone I can't remember who posted the graphic for it, but it said in big letters Ovechkin passes Gretzky for goals, and then in little in parentheses it says empty net before goals. I thought that was pretty funny.
He's like what 59 away or something now.
I think he's
Like,
exactly 60 unless he scored again after that.
yeah, I don't know.
But 2 seasons he can get that done.
Yeah.
He's getting old though.
See how long he plays for.
Yeah. And then in lacrosse, it was another good weekend. After we got done recording, Syracuse beat Manhattan. Joey
Hmm.
Spallina is having the wildest start to a season I've ever seen in my life. He's got 26 points in 3 games. That's insane. He
Yeah.
averages he averages just short of 9 points a game, and he had 10 against Manhattan. Um, and a little fun part of the game, Mariano Rivera was there.
Mm,
His son plays faceoff for Manhattan, so
that's sick.
that was pretty cool to see him at the Dome.
Yeah.
Saturday was a good day. Hopkins beat Georgetown in probably what was the game of the week, 11-9.
Hmm.
Maryland shut down Loyola, and Maryland's new captain or number zero or no number one, their coveted number that they have, Ajax Zapatello, the
Mm.
toughest name in all of
Yeah.
lacrosse. Ajax. He strapped Evan James, who had 9 points against Georgetown in their upset last week. And then Michigan's coach, Kevin Conry, he made some comments calling he didn't say the ACC in particular, but he called every other conference the pretty boy conference pretty much. And
Oh.
he said the Big Ten's the best conference. And Michigan got mauled by Virginia. It was a hard hitting, just a great win by Virginia, defensive game for Virginia, and then their offense went crazy. There's a kid
Yeah.
who's younger than us. In his first game for Virginia, scored 5 goals. McCabe Millen. His dad played in the MLL, and he has a brother coming too. In 2 years, I believe he's at 2025. So great win for
Nice.
Virginia, but jeez, man, some of these guys are just insane. Penn State bounces back with a win over Nova. Army survives UMass. That's always a great game to start the year. And then NJIT. They got a guy. They got Sully O'Brien from OP. He's going. He's there.
Oh,
So,
nice.
but they beat Siena in overtime, and they start their season 2-0. I think they only had 2 wins last year, so
Oh, wow.
good start for them. A little shout out there. And then Sunday, Bonnie's lost to Bellarmine 13-9. I expected that. Bellarmine's a solid team, and their two of their top three guys from last year, Benny O'Rourke and Christian Della Rocco, they didn't even get really going against Bonnie's. But they had one guy score 6 goals, I believe, John Alley. So good for them. And then the Sixes tournament starts on Wednesday. The PLL Championship Series. Last year we saw our or my English teacher at least get hit in the nuts or almost the nuts by a shot, Romardena shot, if that. Shout out Robert Gross, one of the best lacrosse refs. But yeah, it starts on Wednesday. 2 games on Wednesday, 2 games on Friday, 2 on Saturday, and then you got the semis and the championship on Monday the 19th. Championship's at 11:30 a.m., so I'll be watching that in class. Don't tell the professors. But the Sixes tournament's always a fun thing to watch. And then in college hockey, Stonehill gets their first win. I was looking at so I got the notification. I think it was ESPN sent it out or something like that. They were 0-28, and I think this is their first season in Division I hockey, and they beat Lindenwood. And I looked, and Lindenwood beat them 10-1 the day before.
10-1.
Yeah. So, hey, a win's a win, man. And then Michigan State wins both games against Michigan. Big for the Spartan fans. Michigan's kind of, I mean, they're still really good, but they're kind of struggling this year.
Yeah, surprising.
They're not the number one team that we saw last year. And then this week you got the Bean Pot Championship.
Yeah, it's tonight, right? Yeah.
Yeah, tonight, right? Or is it tomorrow?
Yeah, it is. It's tonight.
Oh yeah, it's tonight. Yeah.
7:30.
It's gonna be a fun game. I think BU takes it. Northeastern's really good though.
Yeah.
So that's about it. We got the rankings coming out in 9 minutes, so we'll wait around for that to come out because we'll go over those real quick and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
To fill the 9 minutes, a couple games in college lacrosse this week. You got Ohio State playing Bellarmine. Michigan plays Canisius on Tuesday. Tomorrow. Hofstra and St. John's, Marquette, Detroit Mercy. Wednesday, Notre Dame starts their season against Cleveland State. And then Friday, Boston U and Bryant will be a good game. But then Saturday's coming around. So Syracuse just got into the top 5. Their rankings released this morning.
Man.
Syracuse is up to 5. They start their season 3-0, and their next game is against number 4 Maryland. So I don't know, man. This would be a huge win, but if they play tight with Maryland, I'll be okay. We just got the rankings. They just dropped, so we waited the extra 5 minutes after 1 o'clock. UConn and Purdue remain the top 2. Houston moves up to 3. Marquette's at 4 now. Arizona's at 5. Kansas falls to 6. North Carolina at 7. Tennessee only falls to 8 seed. Oh, South Carolina just misses out on the top 10. Rough. Duke remains at 9. Iowa State up to 10. South Carolina 11. Baylor up to 12. Auburn to 13. Illinois falls to 14. Bama at 15. Dayton's up to 16. Jeez. Creighton 17. St. Mary's, BYU. Oh, Wisconsin falls to 20. Jeez, take them out of the rankings.
Yeah.
Virginia at 21. Kentucky falls to 22. Indiana State's ranked.
Yo.
Shout out to Indiana State, dude. 22-3. Missouri Valley. Good for them. FAU falls to 24. Good. And Oklahoma's at 25. And then on the outside looking in, right, you got Utah State, Colorado State, Texas Tech falls out, San Diego State, Washington State, and then Clemson, Nevada, and Gonzaga all have 50 votes. UNC Wilmington got a vote.
Wow.
Shout out to them. Yeah, so I think I would have put South Carolina at least at 10.
Yeah.
But, big game against 13 ranked Purdue. So, coming up.
12th or third Auburn.
Did I say? I did say Purdue. What the hell did I say Purdue? I was like, what do you? I'm like, they're ranked 13th.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. South Carolina, Auburn.
Yeah.
So that's a big game. Syracuse has got seventh ranked North Carolina now. So
Hmm.
Houston loses to Kansas, and then Kansas ends up falling to six, and they're at three now. So
Nope.
this is such a weird top four to me. Because growing up, it
Yeah,
was
that is
always
that's so weird.
Kansas, North Carolina, Duke, Kentucky,
Yeah.
UConn, Purdue, Houston, and
Purdue,
Marquette.
Houston, Marquette.
Good for
Interesting.
them. So yeah, we got the rankings out. We finally waited on one of these Monday episodes,
Hmm.
and that is all we have for you guys today.
Nope.
We'll be back on Friday with episode 22, and after another week of college basketball. So
And
no,
college.
yeah, yeah, another week of classes.
Yeah.
Oh man, day one without football. Thank you guys for listening to episode 21 of the Buffalo Take. We will see you guys on Friday for episode 22.
See you guys.